Hello, thanks for making time to practice for your Paper 2 online Python programming exam for GCSE Computer Science with Edexcel. We're working through question 4 of this revision workbook of the past paper at the back of the book, practice paper at the back of the book. If you've lost your copy, everyone in Year 11 in Fulford's got a free copy. We can buy it cheaper than you can, so do get in touch if you haven't got, if you've lost your copy. We can't provide endless free copies, but we should be able to get it cheaper than you buying your own copy. Okay, so we're looking at question 4. It's a love it or hate it question, or a little bit of both. It's nice because it's a Turtle Graphics one, so you get some instant feedback. And it's nice in some ways because you've got given all of the lines of code that you need. But I tend to hate these ones because you have to kind of do a lot of trying to get into the mindset of the person who wrote the question to put them in the right order in the first place. I sometimes find it easier to write it from scratch than rearranging the lines. But remember, the top tips are stay calm, read through the question. Very first thing is save it as what you're asked to save it as. So it says at the end of the question, Q04 finished.py. I've already got it, so I'm going to overwrite it, just so that you can go back if you make a mistake. Next, let's read through the question. We want a smiley emoji. It should have a yellow face, white eyes, black filled in blobs. The arc of the smile should be red, and that's it essentially. So let's start with the easiest bits. First of all, I'm going to scan through and find anything that is imported. So keyboard shortcuts here are really helpful. Home goes to the beginning of the line, end goes to the end. Shift and arrow keys lets you select stuff. And if you press shift and end while you're at the beginning, or if you're at the end, shift and home, it selects the whole line. Why is that helpful? Because then you can cut Control X. I see lots of students copying and then pasting and then forgetting that they've still got a copy down at the bottom. So you want to cut for this. Control X, delete that line, and then we can put it where we want to go. I pressed page up to go up here, and I'm going to paste it, Control V. Fab. Okay, so there's a couple more clues at the beginning. We have a definition of a procedure or a function. So I'm pressing Home, Shift End, Control X, because we can put that in our subprograms section. And this gives us some more clues. We have some parameters here. I think if this was a proper paper, this would say P turtle, or P color and P radius for the turtle drawing object, the color we're drawing in, and the radius, the size of the circle. They've used in as in an input to this procedure or function, which means we can find any reference to in, as in turtle. I don't know about the order of these yet. Let's just find any line that references either in turtle, in color, or in radius, and move it because it's going to have to be within the scope of that procedure or function. We can also know that it's not going to be a function because there's no lines of code that say return here. So it doesn't return a value. Therefore, it's a subprogram that doesn't return a value, which is a function. Sorry, it's not a function. It's a procedure. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I'm just finding all of the lines of code that mention in turtle, in color, and in radius, because I know that those are parameters passed into this subprogram, and I'll worry about the sequence, the order of these lines, once I've got them all into one place. Don't think I've missed any. Great. Okay. So let's think what we need to do. To draw, we need to put the pen down on the paper first, and then presumably we'll put the pen back up afterwards. We can set the color to the color that we want to draw. So that's a parameter passed in here. We want to start filling in, but only end filling in after we've drawn the circle. So that should work. We should be able to draw an eye now. And at this point, we're up to the main program. So I suppose you could try and run it and see what happens, but not a lot by the look of it. At this point, something happens. At this point, it's probably helpful to put some comments in. You're not allowed to add any additional functionality, but you can put comments in, and I think I'd advise that. So first of all, let's make a turtle drawing object. Initialize variables, set up variables. It's odd, really, that they haven't got a global variable section. I think you would have that in the actual paper too, but we're not going to add it in because it tells us not to. Okay, then let's think. We want to draw the face, the main circle. We want to draw the left eye and draw the right eye, and we want to draw the smile. Okay, so we can think of some clues here. We know that the face is yellow. So Control X, let's put that somewhere to do with here. We know that the biggest circle is the face. So irritatingly, they've got a subprogram called Draw Eye. No, it's not irritating actually. They're using it 4 times for the inner eye and the outer eye. But we've also got 2 circle procedure calls, one with 2 parameters and one with only 1. So this looks like the biggest. The first argument, the first value we pass in as a parameter is the radius, and the next is how many degrees of the circle we go round. So 180 degrees is half of a circle. That looks like it's going to be the smile. Do you know what? I'm going to put a comment on here for unsorted. That might be helpful, so that we know that we haven't organised those yet. Where was that largest circle? Here we go. That's going to be in here. Now, if we're setting the fill colour, we'll need to begin fill and end fill. So let's put both of these over at the beginning for the circle. Don't think it matters whether you start beginning before you set the colour or after, but you should definitely only begin to fill in after you've drawn the circle. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now let's think about all of these draw eye things. So I've got 4 of them. I think they're going to be to do with the eyes, but let's work out which eye they're to do with. We've got a white eye and a black eye. The black eye is going to be on top of the white eye. So the white eye is going to go first. That's like the sclera, the white part of your eye. So for your right eye, you're going to need both the sclera and the pupil, the white bit and the black bit. There we go. But they need to be in different positions. So we need to put some coordinates in here. So now this is confusing me for a little bit, so I'll come back to it later. Let's think about the pen colour. Well, if it's red, the question paper says that red is the smile. So I'm going to set the colour before I draw half of my circle. Getting somewhere. What do we need now? I don't know about the pen size. The question doesn't make this clear. I'm going to make just the smile a thick line. What next? Okay, so we're going to have to deal with the coordinates now, aren't we? So let's look at these numbers. These are the arguments, the values we pass in as parameters. And they come in pairs. You've got a minus 40 and a plus 40. And then you've got something different. Okay, so here we've got 2 sets of pairs, a plus 37 and a minus 37, and a plus 40 and a minus 40. So that makes me think it's to do with the eyes. It's going to be something around here. So the one on the left is going to be the smallest number for the x coordinate. So that's going to be the left eye, and that's going to be the left eye. But I don't know whether it's the inner eye or the outer eye yet. We'll see. Let's put that in for the right eye. Okay, so we want to move into a particular position, and I would think that the thing that's the furthest over to the left will be the white part of the eye, and then we move a little bit in to draw the right part, the inner part of the eye. If we have a look at how draw eye works, we end draw eye by lifting up the pen, and we start draw eye by putting the pen down. So that means that when we call it, we're assuming that the pen is off the paper. So we don't need to lift the pen up before setting the position. But we do need to sort out this sequence. Let's see, we move over to the right. Well, I think we want to move over to not quite as far to the right to draw the white part of the eye, and then a bit further over to the right Let's draw the pupil, the black part of the eye. Okay, I'm going to run it and see what happens. We've got the outside shape of the face, it's yellow. We've got some eyes, which seem to be more or less in the right place-ish, but it looks to me like the whole face is in the wrong place. So we have some more set positions. Let's see, one of these will be for the face, and one of them will be for the smile. So the one in the middle, I think, will be the face, and the one that is a bit further down, I think, will be the smile. We'll soon see. Alright, the position should be a bit better, but we're still going to kind of have this weird line because we've teleported from the middle down to the bottom. The left eye looks fine, the right eye looks horrible, and the mouth isn't being drawn, but we're getting there. So let's fix the right eye first. Maybe if we just swap these round. Oh yeah, of course, because the coordinates for a circle is the middle of the circle, not the left part of the circle. So this should fix the right eye, but I think the mouth is still going to be dodgy. Yeah, look at that, the eyes are good, but the mouth isn't working. Let's get the mouth working first. So we need to put the pen down before we draw the smile. So something like that. The pen should be up while we teleport, but down when we draw. So we've got a couple of other pen ups. We should lift the pen up before we teleport at the start to avoid that line. We should probably teleport before, oh, I don't know. Let's just see what we've got. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Yeah, that's no good. I need to put the pen down right at the start. There we go. Pen down after teleporting. Oops, that's the eye. I want the face. See why it's so important to have the comments in. We pen up, we move to position. Once we're in position, we can put the pen down. Let's see. We're drawing the face. We're filling it in yellow. Oh, we need to pen up before we do the first eye. Right. So we've got another pen up over here. That's the first eye. How are we doing now? Draw the face. Draw the eye. Draw the eye. Ooh, now the face is, sorry, the smile is in the wrong place. So we have a dot right, which I think is what we need. Let's just say that when we're in the right position, we're going to turn right by 90 degrees so that hopefully it will draw a smile in the right place. Hooray, excellent. So we've actually got an extra t.pen up or tim.pen up, Tim the turtle, which we didn't need. Not quite sure where we're going to put that, so we'll just leave it at the bottom. And we're hiding the turtle and we're, waiting to close. Okay, so you can see how in some ways these questions are helpful because you've got all the lines of code. You can get some marks for just guessing the structure by putting the definitions in the right place and your imports in the right place. The hardest part is then the logic, putting them into the right order. There are some clues because sometimes you have to declare a variable, as in say it exists, before you use it. Otherwise, there's a lot of trial and error going on. So this might be one of the questions that I leave until last in the